Listen, I never forget Mark Addison. Delicious.
Hey.
Hello, Mark. How are you? Here's my microphone, myself, and tribute.
Cora, I gotta say, it was hard to hear you. Those pants were loud. How y'all doing this evening? So yeah, my name is Mark Addison. I was here last week and I was telling a little story that, so I actually was doing stand-up like 14 years ago, and then my shtick back then was glass half empty, you know, I was very pessimistic.
Yeah.
Then I got into a relationship and got happy. And I didn't think people would want me on a microphone going, flowers are pretty. But it recently ended, and so the bitch is back. Hi, how are you? So I recently moved out to Crown Heights, where I've had more black men in me than the Underground Railroad. And so I'm having a lot of sex again, because sex is such an amazing thing, from what I remember. And I also actually recently, matter of fact, I need to make sure the non-disclosure agreements are being passed around. I recently turned 50. I have no idea how hard that is for me to say. I mean, I might as well say I have a malignant tumor or something like that, because it's very hard for me to say. But my best friend is here tonight, and he has been my best friend for what, 35 years?
Yeah,
We've been best
so.
friends? And the way we met, we met somewhere, and then weeks later he came over to my apartment, and a couple of days before he was coming over, I had a little gas, and I went to go fart, and actually pooped in my underwear a little bit. This was years ago, not yesterday, years ago. Well, maybe yesterday, but so anyways, I took off the underwear, threw them on my dirty clothes hamper, and fast forward, Aubrey came over, and we're sitting there, and I'm going through my laundry and sorting them, and this underwear falls right out in front of Aubrey. Now, I always call Aubrey my most ethnic friend, not because he is of another race, but he is the gayest individual you'll ever meet. And so he picks up this underwear by the waistband and looks at me dead seriously and goes, "Girl, this is unacceptable." And so from that point on, I was like, yes, you're my best friend now. And this is how deep the denial of me turning 50 runs. 2 nights before my 50th birthday, I called him and said, we're going to dinner, we're going to go see Chicago. And I said, well, what are you getting me for my birthday? Because I am that selfish. And he goes, well, I don't know, it's not a big deal. I was like, yeah, it's kind of a big one. He goes, no, it's not, 49. I was like, girl, I have lied to you for so many years, you don't even know how fucking old I am. I actually had the preconceived notion when I was a kid to get a fake ID to be able to buy beer, so it made myself older, but then I thought, one day I'll be gay and younger, so I got 1 years younger. So my ex, he's usually here tonight, and of course he's late, which was one of the problems. So we actually met at a sex party. And one of the first words he ever said to me were, "Can I suck your dick?" Well, I know, right? Do you know how hard it is to find a 1-year anniversary card that encapsulates the sentiment, "Can I suck your dick?" Hallmark does not make one. No. So I actually had to make one myself that said, "I'll never forget what you said so long ago. On your cock, may I blow?" So we managed to go through 14 years, and we actually have really had some great times throughout. I remember one night we were actually going to a sex party, because we're gay, and we do. And so we were in the back of a cab, and you know all those cabs have those little televisions in them. Well, this had this Channel 7 Eyewitness News team giving the news, and I could remember, of all people's names, Sade Bedouin, but I could not remember her co-anchor's name. Fast forward, we're at a sex party, I'm fucking on one side, he's doing something on the other side, and I yell out, "Dinah Williams!" Do you know how quickly the brakes will go on a sex party when someone with Tourette yells out the local Channel 7 Eyewitness News team? So yeah, I did put a stop on the sex party pretty quickly. And like I said, his name is Mark as well. And how narcissistic is it to date someone with your same name? Because when we would do it, I'd be like, "Wow, Mark, you're amazing tonight." And I wouldn't know he's talking to him. Well, you know, as you got up and did your Ethel Merman joke, I thought, well, we should really do Ethel Merman jokes together tonight, shall we? So I always thought it would be funny to have singers of yesteryear sing songs of today. So all of a sudden you have, "When I think about you, I touch myself, whoa, I don't want." Now that's how old I am. I said sing songs of today. That was from 1991. So I thought, well, let's, I don't know, modernize it a little bit. "There's some whores in this house, there's some whores in this house with a wet-ass pussy." And so finally, the last thing I'm going to tell you is, I don't remember if y'all remember last part. Listen to me, I'm such that self-absorbed, like y'all pass out emails saying what I said last week. So at one point in my life, I was Mr. Gay, Texas. I hold for applause, hold for applause. Y'all can be better than that, please. And so, I know being Mr. Gay, Texas, everybody obviously wants to know what my ass looks like. Well, several weeks ago, I was watching a movie from the 1980s, which made me very nostalgic. Yes, I'm that old. And so it made me very nostalgic for things in the 80s. So, I kept thinking, whatever happened to parachute pants? Well, I went online and tried to find some. Well, you know what, not for nothing. Parachute pants are really hard to find nowadays, and I don't know why, because everybody fucking I knew had like 18 pairs of them. So there's like some landfill somewhere that's nothing but parachute pants. So I ended up finding a pair. Hi, my dick. So anyways, I ended up finding a pair, and they were from China somewhere, and I had been a size 32 since high school. So I ordered these parachute pants in a size 32, and so I guess jeans have a little give, elastic pants have a little bit of a give, parachute pants, no give whatsoever. I gotta put these motherfuckers on. Woo, doggy. I heard from girls that sometimes you can lay on the bed, it really does help to put them on. So I ended up getting them zipped and was tough like a drag queen on a Saturday night. And so, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'll wait. It's a good one, I know, right? Yeah, so I bought myself a pair of parachute pants, I got a swatch, I had an abortion. It was such an easier time. Thank y'all, I've been Mark Addison. I gotta go get these motherfuckers. Yeah. Exactly when my dick is like that.
Mark, what the hell?